Hundreds of migrant families continue to wait in crowded conditions on the U.S.-Mexico border for a chance to plead their asylum claims to U.S. officials. Dr. Dolores Paris, an expert in immigration policy, says confusion over cross-border politics could lead to larger numbers of undocumented migrants piling up on the border.
There are two policies that are worsening the humanitarian situation. One of them is Title 42, which cites health concerns as an excuse to quickly expel people from the United States. The other is the policy to reject and deport migrant families.
There's also another non-official policy that seems to be complicating the efforts of asylum seekers. Abigail is from Honduras and says that she and her 4-year-old son crossed into the United States through the Texas border 3 days ago, but was deported to Tijuana, more than 2,000 kilometers from where she was detained.
They capture migrants in Texas and send them to California and then to Tijuana. They trick migrants into getting on a plane, saying they will be sent back to their families, but it's a lie. They bring you here instead.
Experts warn that it's not only U.S. policies that are hurting migrants and refugees. In response to pressure from the U.S., Mexico has deployed nearly 9,000 National Guard troops to stem the flow of migrants heading north. Mexico also recently closed its southern border with Guatemala to all non-essential travel.
Human rights observers say that while the U.S. and Mexico have pledged to address the root causes of migration from Central America, the policies currently being enforced by both countries are violating the rights of asylum seekers.
On Friday, Mexico's president traveled to Ciudad Juarez near the U.S. border and reiterated his commitment to respecting migrants' rights.
We need to care for the protection of human rights. One way to do this is to promote an orderly flow of migration, not to open the southern border of our country without considering the risks migrants face on their journeys.
As the governments of the U.S. and Mexico try to balance hard-line immigration policies with international humanitarian law, more migrants are arriving on the border every day, each with hopes that an exception will be made and their asylum cases might finally be heard. Manuel, Rapalo, Al Jazeera, on the U.S.-Mexico border.